37% of the female population in India is working, as per the Labour Force Participation Report for 22-23. Among these are mothers juggling work and family. Today, I speak on behalf of these working moms. Can I have a show of hands of how many working mothers do we have in our audience? Thank you. Can I have a show of hands for how many stay-at-home moms do we have in the audience? Wonderful, thank you. To be or not to be, a famous quote taken from William Shakespeare's Hamlet may sound very poetic. But for working mothers, it's a daily dilemma, to be or not to be working. Let me share a story with you. I'm sure you'll find someone you know, or perhaps even yourself, as this character. There once lived a wonderful couple in a city in India. They were blessed with a lovely daughter. They raised her very well with great family values and education with the limited resources they had. She too, on her end, left no stone unturned. She performed exceedingly well in her academics and extracurricular activities. She went on to be amongst the top students in her school and later on in her university. She secured a fantastic job in a multinational organization. She was handling everything perfectly well. Her parents and her company were very proud of her contributions and achievement. Well, what next? And here she was getting married to the man of her dreams. Doesn't this sound like a fairy tale? But trust me, every story has a climax. This one has it too. She was handling everything, balancing everything to the T. So what next? Let's start a family. And here she was blessed with a beautiful little baby. She kept everything to utmost perfection. Her house was clean, the food was delicious, her job was going great. So what's next, you will ask? She decided to have another baby. And now the jugglery became slightly stretched and unmanageable. Her life was in a soup. She started questioning herself, to be or not to be working. With very little support and encouragement from the world around her, she decided to quit her job. She did this because she prioritized her children and family above her personal aspirations. This story could have many variations and many endings. But today, I want to focus on the lessons I have learned as a working mother and share with you some strategies that have helped me the best. We raise our girl child telling her she can achieve everything if she works hard. But when this girl becomes a mother, we expect her to sacrifice everything that she's worked hard for. In schools too, we see girls perform exceedingly well, both in academics and extracurricular activities. But when these girls become mothers, enter the corporate world, we see very few of them break through the glass ceiling. In India too, in senior leadership positions, we have very, very less number of women. Where did all that aspiration and talent go? Making a woman solely responsible for juggling work and family is definitely not good for a progressive country like us. Over my 12 years as a mother and full-time working professional, I have learned so much. There are days when I feel completely overwhelmed trying to balance it all. But there are some days where I feel the sense of professional accomplishment and financial independence. I would like to share with you 5 questions that you can ask yourself so that you can decide to be or not to be working. Once you take the decision, I want you to be proud with whatever you decide. Question number 1. As a child, was it my dream to become a stay-at-home mom? Well, there could be some girls amongst us who want to grow up, become a stay-at-home mom, take care of their family, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's her dream, she's happy doing it, so let it be. On the other hand, many of us aspire to become professionals. So why settle for something we had never envisioned to be? This is a key question you need to ask yourself before deciding. Question number 2. Do I have the skills and qualifications to work, or am I brave enough to acquire those skills? In today's world, the skills required for jobs is changing very, very rapidly. The internet is an ocean of knowledge available at our fingertips. So if I need to work or you need to work, we need to be committed to continuous learning. Question number 3. Do my children learn better by seeing than by listening? Children are keen observers. They do what they see than what they are told. If that's the case with your children too, what better than showing them how to balance things and to achieve it all? It's one thing to tell your child, achieve everything. It's another thing to show them how it's done. My children have come to respect and appreciate the work I do and the challenges I face as a working mother. There are definitely some sacrifices that they need to make, but isn't it a life skill that they learn early on? Question number 4. Do I enjoy my financial independence? Well, who does not? Professional accomplishment comes with a set of rewards. Financial independence is one among them. So, if I need to provide for the needs of my children and my parents, I do not need anyone's approval or explanation. Question number 5. Does someone have my back at home? This could be anyone who steps in when you struggle to manage things. Most often, for me, this is my husband. For you, it could be your husband or an older kid too. Sometimes it could be your parents or your in-laws. Well, if none of these provide the support you need, don't give up. Create an ecosystem of dependable paid help who can help you with your household chores. I believe in the lesson that do what you do best. So for me, if my skills are effectively used in an organization, why not let the household chores be taken care of by a dependable paid help? So I can focus on my strengths. As per the UN Women.org, the pre-pandemic labor participation report for females was 55%. This definitely is much more than what we have in India. I had the opportunity of living in Europe for a few years. I observed a lot of working mothers on working days get time to take their children to parks. I was amazed. How can they do that? Because I have absolutely no time for my kids to take them to a park after a working day. When I observed closer, I realized there are cultural differences in the lives of working mothers and those of their non-Indian counterparts. Family chores or household responsibilities was a family job and every member contributed to it, not just the mother. There was no expectation of fancy meals on weekdays. A nutritious meal that can be put together quickly was all that was needed. The woman there took time to recharge herself so that she could take care of her family. There are so many lessons, right, that we can learn as a community from our non-Indian counterparts. India is expected to be one of the fastest growing major economies as per S&P Global ratings, even with only 1/3 of its women in the workforce. Imagine India's growth story if much more of these educated women came back to the workforce. I understand that the number of jobs or non-IT jobs for returning mothers are far and few. There is a lot of work as a nation we need to do. Flexi hours, remote work, hybrid work, 4-day working week should be the new norm in every industry in India so that we can bring back this talented, untapped potential to the workforce. Ultimately, to be or not to be working is a deeply personal choice. I want that to come from your heart without any external pressures. You are the author of your own story. Just like we tell our children, before you give up, please try once. Similar with you. Take time to think through, get back on your feet after you take a break for your family. There is no perfect moment to restart your career. So, in the words of Sheryl Sandberg, ex-COO of Meta, or better known as Facebook, trying to do it all and expecting that it can all be done perfectly right is a recipe for disappointment. Perfection is the enemy. So, when faced with the question, to be or not to be, I choose to be working. What will you choose? Thank you.